Once upon a time, in the land of Illyria, there lived a king named Roderick. King Roderick was powerful and respected, with a crown that shone brighter than the sun and a castle so large that his courtiers often got lost inside. Despite his great wealth and power, King Roderick had a secret. He wasn't entirely sure if he was as good of a ruler as he appeared. He sometimes found himself wondering if there was something he was missing, a quality that might make him not just a powerful king, but a truly great one. One day, while wandering through the palace, King Roderick discovered a door hidden behind a large tapestry of himself looking very regal, of course. Intrigued, he opened it and found an ancient room filled with mysterious objects. In the center stood an old mirror. The frame was made of gold, but not the gleaming, polished kind. It was tarnished, worn, and looked like it had seen many years of use. It had a strange glow to it, and above it was an inscription that read, "This mirror shows not just your reflection, but the truth of your soul, whether you like it or not." King Roderick, never one to back away from a challenge, thought to himself, "Well, I'm a king. I can handle the truth. Let's see what this mirror has to say." With a dramatic flourish, he stepped in front of it, striking a pose like a hero in one of the royal paintings. At first, the mirror showed the usual reflection, King Roderick in all his glory. But then, the reflection began to change. His crown suddenly became a bit crooked. His tunic, once pristine, was now slightly wrinkled. Then, to his horror, the mirror zoomed in on his face, and King Roderick saw something he had never noticed before. He had tiny little crumbs stuck in his beard from all the pastries he ate at breakfast. And, to make it worse, they were still there after he swore he had wiped his face. The reflection didn't stop there. It zoomed out and showed King Roderick sitting on his throne, his legs stretched out lazily while his advisors and courtiers were scrambling around him. His throne looked less like a seat of power and more like a lounge chair. The reflection of the king grinned mischievously and waved lazily as if he was above everything. "Oh no!" King Roderick gasped, stepping back in horror. "Is that really me?" The reflection nodded, as if to say, "Yes, it's you, and you've been avoiding the truth for quite some time." For the next several days, King Roderick couldn't stop thinking about what the mirror had shown him. The image of the crumbs in his beard haunted him during meetings, and every time he ate a pastry, he looked suspiciously into his reflection. Was I really that lazy? He wondered. Do I always act so arrogant in front of my people? Finally, unable to ignore the image any longer, King Roderick decided to ask for advice. He called his most trusted advisor, Aemon, an old man known for his wisdom and sharp sense of humor. "Aemon," the king began, looking rather sheepish, "I need your help. I saw something in a mirror, and I'm not sure what to make of it. It showed me as, well, not the best version of myself. A bit lazy, a bit arrogant, and even with crumbs in my beard." Aemon chuckled, his eyes twinkling. "Ah, King Roderick, the mirror is a clever thing. It doesn't just reflect your face, it shows your soul, your choices, and your true self. The question is, what are you going to do about it?" King Roderick thought for a moment. "I suppose I can't just ignore it anymore. If I want to be the ruler my people deserve, I need to change. I'll start by being more aware of how I act." Aemon nodded. "Good. And perhaps less pastries. But, more importantly, be kind to yourself. No one is perfect. The mirror may show you your flaws, but it's also a chance for you to improve." The king smiled, feeling a bit lighter. He returned to the mirror with a new attitude. This time, instead of fearing the reflection, he greeted it with a smile. "All right, mirror. Show me what you've got." As he looked into the glass, he saw himself, but this time, the reflection was a little different. His crown was still slightly crooked, but he was standing up straighter, looking more engaged in the world around him. He was laughing with his advisors, listening intently to their ideas, and when he ate, he made sure to wipe his mouth properly, no more crumbs. Most importantly, he saw that he wasn't alone in the reflection. His people were around him, smiling and laughing, as if they too could sense that a change was happening. The mirror's glow softened, and for the first time, King Roderick saw himself as someone who could be both powerful and humble, a king who was willing to face the truth, no matter how awkward or funny it might be. From that day forward, King Roderick ruled with greater wisdom, kindness, and yes, less pastries. He became known as the king who could laugh at himself, and his kingdom flourished under his reign, and as for the mirror, it became a symbol of growth. A reminder that sometimes facing the truth isn't just about finding flaws, it's about embracing them and using them to become better. And maybe, just maybe, there will still be a few crumbs in his beard now and then, but that's okay, because he knew how to laugh at himself. Moral: facing the truth about ourselves can be difficult, but it also leads to personal growth. And sometimes, a little humor along the way helps us embrace our flaws and become better people. The end.
Subscribe to my channel.